The EPA's unexpected bow to Musk's Doge, a power struggle in the Trump administration. The Trump administration is embroiled in a high-stakes power struggle, pitting the Environmental Protection Agency, EPA, against Elon Musk's controversial Department of Government Efficiency, nicknamed Doge. This internal conflict throws into sharp relief the precarious balance of power within the administration and exposes the escalating tensions between traditional government structures and Musk's disruptive, cost-cutting approach. The latest development is a stunning concession. The EPA has issued new guidelines mandating that all spending requests exceeding $50,000 require approval from Doge. This move comes despite President Trump's recent attempts to subtly curtail Musk's sweeping authority, particularly concerning personnel decisions. The shift underscores the immense influence Musk wields within the administration, an influence that is now actively being challenged from within. The seeds of this conflict were sown during a fiery closed-door cabinet meeting. The meeting, which included Secretary of State Marco Rubio, erupted into a heated confrontation over the drastic cuts implemented by Musk's team. The explosive nature of the encounter, reported by the New York Times, revealed simmering resentment amongst cabinet members regarding Musk's unchecked power, a power exercised despite his non-cabinet status. Rubio, reportedly enraged by Musk's dismantling of USAID, the primary U.S. foreign aid agency, directly confronted Musk. The Secretary of State, ostensibly in charge of USAID, was furious at the agency's abrupt shutdown and the subsequent layoff of its 10,000-strong workforce. Musk, in turn, reportedly accused Rubio of inaction, of failing to implement sufficient cuts. This clash highlighted the fundamental disagreement over the scope and methods of government reform. The fallout from this confrontation was immediate. President Trump, in a rare public acknowledgement of the internal conflict, called for a more measured approach to government downsizing. In a social media post on Truth Social, Trump advocated for a scalpel, not a hatchet, a significant departure from his previous rhetoric. This shift in tone stands in stark contrast to his performance at last month's Conservative Political Action Conference, CPAC, where he theatrically paraded on stage with a chainsaw, symbolizing his commitment to drastic government cuts. His previous boast of feeding USAID into the wood chipper now seems jarringly out of sync with his current, more cautious stance. This change in Trump's public image is telling. While previously embracing Musk's aggressive cost-cutting measures, Trump now seems to be recognizing the potential damage caused by such radical actions. The EPA's new directive, while seemingly insignificant on its own, acts as a subtle but crucial counterweight to Musk's previously unchecked influence. By requiring Doge's approval for significant spending, the EPA indirectly reasserts some level of control over government finances, a critical area previously dominated by Musk's team. Republican Congressman Richard Hudson, who dined with Musk at the U.S. Capitol, offered a glimpse into Musk's perspective. Hudson's statement, "Elon doesn't fire people," is a stark counterpoint to the reality faced by thousands of former federal employees. This statement reveals the disconnect between Musk's actions and his public image, carefully cultivated to portray him as a rational, efficient leader. The reality, however, is far more complex. The EPA's submission to Doge's authority, while seemingly contradictory to Trump's recent public statements, adds another layer of complexity to this ongoing power struggle. It suggests a delicate balancing act within the administration, one where even the EPA, traditionally a powerful agency, is compelled to acquiesce to the will of Musk's unconventional department. The situation highlights the inherent instability of an administration where the lines of authority are constantly shifting, where the traditional hierarchical structure of government is being challenged, and where the decisions of a billionaire entrepreneur hold immense sway. The conflict between Trump's evolving public stance and the reality of Musk's continuing influence underscores the deeper power dynamics at play. It showcases the tension between Trump's desire for a leaner, more efficient government and the potentially destructive consequences of unchecked power wielded by a single individual, however innovative or influential. The situation continues to unfold, with the full implications of this power struggle still uncertain. The next chapter will depend largely on whether Trump's newfound caution will translate into meaningful constraints on Musk's power, or whether this is merely a temporary tactical retreat. The battle for control of the Trump administration is far from over. The coming weeks and months promise further revelations as the interplay between established government institutions and Musk's disruptive influence continues to define the shape of this unique presidency. The question remains: will traditional government structures prevail, or will Musk's vision for efficiency reshape the very fabric of the American government? Only time will tell.